in New York State.
I'm DMC in the place to be. I go to St. John's University.
Welcome back to MTV. If you don't know his sound, you definitely know his name, you know his look, you know the swag. DMC, one of the founding members of Run DMC, is in town today as part of a week-long celebration happening in Elkhart to honor Leroy Robinson, the late Indiana Black Expo leader in that city. DMC, whose real name is Darryl McDaniels, is at Elkhart tonight leading a symposium on mental health. But his first stop was on Channel 16, the place to be, right, in his words. But we started in his mid-30s, a dark time in his life, after all the fame, which almost made him end his life. The reaction when you found out you were adopted at 35, what was your...
Oh my goodness, I was already depressed. There was this void in me. So
you're back on the charts, you're back at the place you started, you're back
and then I get depressed.
And you're depressed.
Yeah, but there was this void in me and I didn't know what it was. So I sat there and I said, okay, I'm Darryl McDaniels from Hollis, Queens, New York, running J and my friends, you know, first to go, first to go. I went through everything at that point and there was no satisfaction there. So I was depressed and I said this, if I die tomorrow, people know the DMC story, what me and Run did, but they don't know Darryl. So just in case I might die, just in case if I kill myself, I want to leave something other than the videos and the music. So I got this idea, I'm going to write a book, and in this book I want to go, hey world, I'm Darryl McDaniels from the groundbreaking rap group Run DMC, first to go gold, first to go platinum, Running J is my friends, this and that. I was born May 31st, 1964, and let me try that again. I was born May 31st, 1964, and so I knew my birthday, but I didn't know no details about it. So just to make it more interesting for the reader, I called my mom's up. Looking back, I should have said, Mom, I'm depressed, I'm suicidal. I should have asked for help. But stigma was all around me. I'm a rapper, I'm supposed to be strong, and as men, we don't do this, and I'm a black man. So all of that was hovering around me, but I should have just told the truth. But then I just go, Mom, I'm writing this book, and I know my birthday is May 31st, 1964. Just to make it more interesting for the readers, I want to know 3 things. What time I was born, what hospital, how much I weigh. She tells me that, Josh. Hang up the phone, an hour goes by. I'm an alcoholic, suicide, a metaphysical, spiritual wreck who's already thinking of killing himself. She calls back with my father out later. Hey son, hey dad, we have something else to tell you. Now I'm thinking they're gonna go, when you was born, there was a power outage in the hospital and we gave birth to you by candlelight. No, they hit me with this. We have something else to tell you. What? You was a month old when you was adopted. You was a month old when we brought you home and you're adopted, but we love you. Bye, click. So man, at that point I was like, I'm gonna kill myself. Like,
you really considered killing yourself?
Yes, because think about my whole career. All I rhymed about was, I didn't rhyme about gangbanging and drugs and strip clubs. Son of Byford, brother of Al, Banner's my mother, Run's my pal. It's McDaniels, not McDonald's. These rhymes are Darryl's, those burgers are Ronald's. I ran down my family tree, my mother, my father, my brother, and me. So imagine how I felt. What do you mean? Now, hold up. Byford and Banner are my mother and father.
Sure.
But at that time, the way I was feeling, imagine how that felt.
I can only imagine.
It just destroyed everything.
So when you look back at that and you look at the good, the bad, and indifferent, where are you now? How are you doing in this moment as you sit next to me?
I'm doing great because after that traumatic revelation, it forced me to go get sober. And when I went to get sober...
You were a drinker too.
Yeah, I love to drink. It's real funny. That was one of my first things healing in therapy, admitting that I love to drink. But I was diagnosed with suppressed emotions. I thought the drinking made me feel like the Hulk, but it was actually not giving me strength. It was taking my strength away. But when I went to go get sober, just to stop drinking, I went to rehab, found the greatest thing anybody, young man, woman, boy and girl, black, white, Puerto Rican, rapper, doctor, lawyer, UPS man, the most powerful thing that you can do is go to therapy. because in therapy, they told me I could be angry, I could be sad, I could be mad about my situation. I was like, really? Yes, whatever emotion, those are my emotions. And being able to say, I love my mother and father, but why they didn't tell me? Why did they have to wait till 35? My brother, who's my mother and father's biological son, said, D, don't you know if you never asked those questions, they would have never, you know, it was guilt and shame.
Sure.
So the reason why I talk so open about mental health and therapy and addiction and depression and suicide is because of this. If we remove the guilt and shame from the situation, you remove the pain of dealing with it. You don't remove the pain of the situation. So I went to therapy, I cried and this and that, but then I had to think about all the good stuff that my mother and father did.
And there are tons.
It was my birth mother's responsibility to get me here. Here I am. But it was my mother and father who adopted me to get me where I was supposed to go.